Hey guys, what is going on? And welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 73, and today we have 3 more big games with St Johnstone, and we start off with our Champions League round of 16 second leg away in Italy, where surely we are progressing to the quarterfinals after our commanding 4-0 lead from the first leg. Then we take on Everton back in the Premier League as we aim to keep our very slim title hopes alive, and then our final game, our third and final game, is away at Anfield as we take on Liverpool. So 3 huge games today, and hopefully, finally, in March 2020, we'll get our form sorted and collect 3 big wins. And so our first game is away in Italy then to take on Roma in the second leg of our Champions League round of 16 tie, and I'm fielding a completely weakened side for this game as well. And I know what you guys will be thinking, are you serious, you stupid moron? And the answer is yes. I do believe we are still going to qualify for the quarterfinals, even playing a backup team. If we do go out, I'll never forgive myself, but I'm pretty sure we're through anyway after that first leg. So come on the backup brigade, let's get through to the next round, which will leave all our starters fit for Everton, and that way there's no excuse if we don't beat those toffees. Obviously this year, our struggle for form has been evident, and I put it down mainly to the fact that we just can't score goals. Tony Watt is nowhere near as prolific, and even though McDonald is scoring a few more this year, we're still not really banging them in at the rate which we need to if we are to compete for titles and trophies. But I wouldn't be against a 0-0 draw in this game. It will be enough for us to go through, but an away goal, and that will certainly kill the contest, as Roma will need to score 6. So we're okay with a goalless draw, but I'll be going search for the away goal to try and secure this tie already. But here at Roma, through straight away, Doomy goes for goal, and Nicholson makes the save. So I fielded a weakened side. Am I going to regret that? Well, if we do throw this away, I will never forgive myself, and Roma's starting off better is not what I want to see. But do you know what? They've got to score 4 goals, and I just can't see them doing that. So I'm sure we would still be fine. But just 1 goal. That's all we need. 1 goal, and the contest is done. And here's McDonald through towards McBurney, and the goal could come here. Oliver McBurney, and there it is. It's all over. We're 1-0 up, 18 minutes in. 5-0 on aggregate, and Roma must score 6 times on the night. Tie over. We're through to the quarters. Come on, the Sainties. Such a basic goal, and you can tell by the lackluster celebration, even the players know this game was done before kickoff. This tie was already over. We knew we were going through, and that goal from McBurney secures it as well. 1-0 to the Sainties, 5 on aggregate, and McBurney, our new striker this year, has actually scored 3 goals in Europe. That's not bad for the former Swansea man, and that goal secures our fate into the next round. And I've already taken off 2 bench players in Kirk Taylor and Oliver McBurney as well, the goal scorer, because the tie is done. And I've done this a few times before on stream and in series as well, where I make subs during the first half of a cup tie, which is over 2 legs, when the job is already done halfway through the second leg. There's no need to even carry on. Like, we know we're going through now. We may as well take off some of the players that will be on the bench for the game on Saturday. And here's Kirk Young, and a chance to make it 2-0. Here is Young, cuts inside, a winter penalty as well. Roma are absolutely tragic. This is mental. Manolas takes down Kirk Young. We've won ourselves a spot kick. There's not a single starter out there right now, and I'm taking off bench players. Soon we'll just have literally resis as I get a text message, and we'll still be able to brush aside Roma at this point. Ewan McDonald standing up to take it, but I think I might give it to Murray Davidson to make it 2, and that will surely wrap it up for definite. And oh no, it's a good save by Alisson, and maybe Roma is still in it. Free kick for Roma just before the break, and is this the start of an epic comeback? Daniele De Rossi's free kick is headed away by Murray though. It'll drop to a Roma player, and the chance is still not gone yet, and the shot comes in, and oh, it ripples the side of the net before going just a fraction wide. Well, Roma aren't going to give up, and full credit to them, but after our goal from McBurney, I think we should still be fine, even if they do score. But they went close there to leveling the score on the night, but it is still 1-0 and 5-0 on aggregate. Iturb for Roma, trying to get himself inside, and he does, and Nicholson parries it behind for a corner. Well, the Italians are not giving up and going down without a fight, but they've put up just a whimper so far in the tie. They're going to need a lot more effort than that if they are to mount one of the most epic fightbacks of all time, as Rudiger hits the post, and El Shaarawy keeps the ball in play and fizzes one in, and Gray gets behind for a corner. Well, it's surely going to be a little bit too late if they do score right now, but they're going for the goal and trying to prevent the loss. Roma still going in search of a goal to get themselves back on level terms on the night, but we still do lead by 1, as that corner is dreadful. And Ewan McDonald will run out and give it to Greg Quinn, and maybe now a chance on the break for a second goal here. Malcolm Mitchell towards Kirk Young, and Young through towards Kane, who's onside here. It's Chris Kane running through, 1-on-1, and there it is. It is all over now, and that's for sure. Roma 0, St Johnstone 2, and Chris Kane off the bench secures it in style. And there is the full-time whistle then. Roma 0, a weakened St Johnstone team 2. And it probably should have been 3 or even 4 like the first leg. The Italians brushed aside both home and away, and we're into the quarterfinals. Get in. And so it's time for our second game of today's episode, and hopefully we'll get back-to-back wins as we take on Everton here at McDermott Park, desperate to get back in the top 4 and keep our very faint title hopes alive. I don't mind if we don't win the Premier League this season. It's looking increasingly unlikely that won't happen, but the one thing we can't afford to do is drop out of the top 4. So a huge game today as we play host to Ronald Koeman and his Toffees. Come on, St Johnstone, we can't slip up. We need a huge win here. Barry wins the header, and it will drop kindly to his CB partner Callum Patterson, through towards Ryan Christie on the turn, finding Dougie Reid, and Reid looks for McDonald. It's a good ball. It's McDonald inside the area. He might need some help, and he's taken down, and the referee gives a penalty. We missed one in Italy. This one's a much bigger one. We got to convert this. Tony Watt has to score this penalty. I missed one going to the top left in Italy, and this time, oh well, the goalkeeper dived the right way, but fortunately it doesn't matter. Watt smashes it in. Our top scorer of last year has done it again. He's keeping us in the title race. You what? I tell you what, my heart stopped a little bit when I saw the goalkeeper going the right way, but Tony Watt's brute power smashes the ball into the back of the net, and we do take the lead inside the first 10 minutes. That's a huge goal. It is 11th of the season. He's not been as prolific this year, we know that, but he's still our top scorer and still an integral part of our lineup. 1-0 to the Sainties, pressure reliever inside the first quarter of an hour. We've done well to get ourselves in front so early. Now what we can't afford to do is watch Everton get back on level terms straight away. I went to ground way too early there, but there's Dougie Reid getting back and coming in out of nowhere to prevent the attack. And now is a chance on the break as we go in search of, I'm trying to think of something that rhymes with tack for a third goal. But anyway, Rob's down the right-hand side, and a roll inside towards Tony, and Tony Watt could make it 2, and he does as well. Tony Watt brings out the silencer. It's a brace already in 20 minutes. Tony's on fire. Lovely little move there down the right-hand side. Rob strokes one inside towards Tony, who sets himself, angles one into the far corner, and picks it out. 2-0 to the Sainties. He's going in search of retaining that golden boot. That's another big goal there. We lead by 2, and the nerves are settled already. Yannick Bolasie for Everton plays a great ball through towards Galloway, who hits the post, and Galloway very close there. Back-to-back wins by the same scoreline as well, but we can't rest now. Liverpool are in our sights next as we look to extend the win streak to 3. Jurgen Klopp, we're coming for you. We're still in this title race. Not the best of games this one, but it didn't really need to be. We took our chances, and that was the most important thing. 2-0 the final score. Also, 3 clean sheets in a row now, I do believe, as well for Logan. We can't afford to let little Logan go. He's just too important. Alright, so third and final game of today's episode. We just had 2 international friendlies. The results will be on the screen right now, but this is the big one. It's Liverpool away at Anfield, and it's 3rd versus 4th. And with 10 games to go, we're 5 points behind the leaders, Chelsea, who do have a game in hand as well, but a win today and we'll cut the gap at the top of the table to just 2 points, and we'll move into 2nd place as well. This title race, despite what I said in the last episode, is far from over, but we have to win this game. So come on to Sainties, it's a huge game, one of the biggest games of the season. We must win at Anfield. Come on, the lads from Perth, this is massive. Liverpool not really starting this game off very well in terms of pass accuracy, which is kind of a surprise because they're one of the teams who in career mode can really move the ball around very well indeed. I mean, all teams can on Legendary, right? But they have started off very poorly. But for us, we're looking good in this game. We're looking fresh. We're looking fit. We're looking strong. And here's Burke on the ball through the gap towards Rob. Rob inside towards Tony. What? Oh, he's fired it wide. Well, that was the early chance I was begging for. Rob through towards Tony, 2 in the last game, but that moment there fell on his weaker foot and he couldn't get it goal bound wide of the far post. Still 0-0. It's been a great start from the Sainties, though we're looking a lot better than our opponent as we go in search of the first goal. And here's a free kick for us, quite a long way out, so I'll chip it inside with Ewan McDonald and see if Tony Watt can run onto this ball. That's the plan anyway, and he does head it goalwards, but Carriers makes the save. It's all St Johnstone right now in the opening 20 minutes. Liverpool have yet to get going in this one, and the early signs are encouraging. Fraser to Tierney. Tierney back towards Ryan Fraser, and there's loads of space here for Ryan Fraser to gallop into like a horse as he keeps on running, and he keeps on running, and Klein is getting back slowly. Fraser takes it round him, says, see you later, Nathaniel. Cuts inside, the shot's deflected, but Tony turns in the rebound. St Johnstone take the lead at Anfield. It's none less than we deserve. We've had a brilliant start, and our top scorer is at it again. Well, we need to come into good form, and we need Tony Watt to start banging them in. This is the time. We're entering the business end of the season. 10 games to go. And Tony Watt's made it 3-2. He's got the goal scoring touchback. We're winning games in succession. And this is more like it. Chelsea, we're coming for you. St Johnstone are not giving up on this title race just yet. Get in. Chance here for Liverpool. Dele Alli on the ball, but there's Dougie Reid getting back. He's really starting to come into form now, Dougie Reid. He's been playing really poorly since I promoted him, but towards the end of this season, and well, from the midway point onwards, really, he's looked a much better player, and you can see why he's got the potential to be special tagged, with Rob finding Tony, and here is a special player. Tony Watt down the right-hand side. Penalty, surely, referee. Yes, come on. 3 games. It's a booking as well for Koulibaly, and Liverpool are capitulating in his first half. They just can't cope right now, and Tony Watt is banging form as he's banging in the goals. Can he convert this penalty and make it 2-0? Top left served me right in the last game. Will it do so again? It's Tony Watt. It's into the top corner. It's Liverpool 0, St Johnstone 2. What a first half. Liverpool are all at sea right now. Tony has banged one in from the spot for the second game running, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way with a really composed penalty. No chance whatsoever for the keeper, even if he dived the right way. Liverpool 0, St Johnstone 2. Tony's banging form, 4 goals in 2 games. Oh my word, we could actually win this title. Antonio, Antonio, Antonio. We're coming for you, son. 3 wins in a row. 2 massive ones in the league as well against the Merseysides as we collect back-to-back wins against Everton and Liverpool and cut the gap at the top of the table to just 2 points. We're in this title race and we're here to stay. And what a performance as well. Dominated possession and really just controlled the game from the first whistle to the last. A brilliant display, a great win. 2 points separating us in top spot. We were 5th at the start of the episode, now we're 2nd and breathing down Chelsea's necks. Love it. And that will end today's episode of Club and Country as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. We are going to end today's episode off by finding out our Champions League opponents for the quarter-finals. And there's a couple of teams in there I'm desperate to avoid, but also a couple of teams I'm secretly hoping we'll get in. So we'll look at the league table first. As you can see, we're up to 3rd place right now, 9 games to go, and 3 points off the new leaders, Spurs. But also they have a game in hand on us, as do Chelsea in 2nd as well. And now the moment of truth. Let's find out together who will be facing in the Champions League. I'm aiming to avoid PSG or Barcelona, but there's Wolfsburg, there's Leverkusen, there's Liverpool. I wouldn't mind either of those 3 teams, but we'll have to wait and see together who we're going to face in the Champions League quarterfinals. Let's find out. Dun, dun, dun. It is Barcelona. No! Barcelona. That's the one team out of all of them I was desperate to avoid, and we've got them. Brilliant. Messi and co coming to McDermott Park in the quarterfinals. Well, that's not exactly the way I wanted to end it, what has been a fantastic episode. But you know what? After 3 solid wins, bring on Barcelona. We can take them out. Oh, man. But any of those teams would have had, apart from Barca. Come on, man. But anyway, guys, a big thank you for watching the episode. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you had, then please do leave a like. Much love to you all. Hope you had a great week. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country, including our first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals against Barcelona very soon. Barcelona, really? Of all the teams?